good morning, and happy holidays to you and yours. Today, I am going to be talking to you about establishing new traditions this holiday season. This time of the year can be very tricky. For some people, it could be the best time and the most happiest time of the year. But then for others, it could be very, very overwhelming and stressful. So it is okay to establish a new tradition for you and your family, especially if there has been loss. This is also a season of grieving. Many of you who have lost people or may have lost some sort of way of life is finding it very challenging during this time of the year. So I have a couple of things I would like to share with you, and hopefully it'll help you get through your season. One of the first things that I thought about was, instead of being so overwhelmed trying to get gifts for everybody and, finding yourself in a default when it comes down to finances, how about go and feed the homeless? Take you and your children, find a shelter, find a food bank, find a place where people are in need and give back that way. Go feed the homeless. I'm sure they would greatly, greatly appreciate your help. Another thing to think about too is charities. Pick 3 charities to give to instead of buying a bunch of gifts, right? I mean, how many times will your kids play with those toys? Let's be honest. They may play with them for the first couple of days, and then the next thing you know, they're over in a corner. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy your kids toys, but what I am saying is there are people out here that actually really, really, truly need help and can benefit from your blessing this holiday season. So pick 3 charities to give to instead of buying a bunch of gifts. Another idea is adopt a family in need, right? I'm sure you know someone, or you may know someone who is really struggling this time of the year. So how about adopt them and bless them? Now, you may not want to let them know that you are the person that is blessing them. So you can do this anonymously, or you can just, outright ask them to make a list and, donate towards that list. Okay, so I know a lot of you may do a lot of cooking during the holiday season, and you have family and everybody coming over, and sometimes that can be very, very overwhelming. So it is okay to set boundaries. Set boundaries for yourself, set boundaries for that day and what that's going to look like. For instance, you can always tell your family members, okay, dinner is going to be served from 3 to 6. So 3 o'clock is when it starts, 6 o'clock, it's time for everybody to go home. It is okay to do that as well, okay? Now, not everybody like boundaries. So if you are not a person that enforces boundaries, your family and friends are going to find it kind of odd that you're doing this, but that's okay. It's okay, perfectly okay. Hopefully they will respect that. Another thing is, instead of doing a Christmas dinner, how about do a Christmas brunch or breakfast, right? So you can get everything taken care of in the morning, and then you have the rest of the day to relax and do some self-care for yourself. Now, this is also a great time to maybe do a road trip. Maybe you want to do something a little bit different other than just being home, especially if you have lost someone. And, the reminders of not having that loved one around can be very daunting this time of the year. So it's, it could be really fun to just jump in a car and take a road trip somewhere. It could be somewhere local, or you can have a Christmascation, right? It's cold here on the East Coast. So who wouldn't want to spend Christmas in Florida, right? Perfect place. So that's definitely something to think about. And of course, you want to be careful because we have the COVID-19 that's still out there. And, you want to protect yourself if you do decide to do something like this. Now, let's see, what else can I think of? Oh, there's another thing. So I'm sure all of you have neighbors. How cool would it be to hang small gift bags or stockings on your neighbor's door? just a little something. It could be a little candle, it could be a bottle of wine, it could be, candy, it could be maybe treats, baked goods that you made yourself, or arts and crafts. I mean, just kind of spreading the holiday spirit. Now, do you have a family member that is struggling, that really could use help during this time of the year? Maybe they don't need that sweater or that tie. How about gathering your family members and picking that one family member that could use a Christmas blessing and pour into that person? Bless them financially, bless them with food, whatever it is that they need. Instead of buying gifts for a bunch of people, put your money together and maybe pay that person's bills down. How cool would that be? And I'm sure they would love it and would be so grateful and thankful for that holiday blessing and holiday cheer. So I hope this helps. I hope you guys have an ideal of what it is you would like to do, and understand you do not have to stick to, the tradition of what Christmas is. Make your own new traditions. Pass it down. Your kids will learn to do something different. Okay? Enjoy your holiday season. Practice your self-care. And most of all, have a wonderful holiday. See you soon. Thank you for tuning in.